afternoon. Today we have one of our own doing a presentation for us, Hrabel. He's a lifelong resident of Arlington, and he has been with Republic Services Dump and Disposal for almost 43 years. Vince has held several or various positions, including driver, dispatcher, acquisitions manager, and his current role as the municipal services manager. Vince's serves as the liaison to the city of Arlington, which includes maintaining relationships with city staff and city officials. Vince also serves as community relations manager for Republic Services and manages all aspects of contractual requirements with Arlington and other cities. Vince has been a member of Rotary since 2001. First with the Rotary Club of Mansfield, the Rotary Club of Mansfield Sunrise, and now the Rotary Club of Arlington. You all, let's give a wonderful welcome to our own Vince Hrabel.
Thank you, Vera. Appreciate that introduction. Very nice. I got a new buddy, Officer. I mean, this is Officer's new home. He doesn't have to live in an old stinky garbage can anymore. Now he's got one with wheels on it, so he can motor around now. So I came here today to talk about the trash carts. This is a culmination of several years, probably about 2 years of discussion with staff, conducting due diligence efforts, and then about a year of meetings with city council committees, full council, before the decision was made to move the cart. So we've been talking about this for a long time, and in a couple weeks, we're actually going to start delivering carts to your neighborhood. So February 5th, that's the first week when we will begin delivering carts. Initially, we'll begin delivering carts to the Monday, Thursday service area. You'll have, that whole week, we'll deliver carts to about 39,000 homes in that sector. And then the week of February 12th, that's when we'll begin delivering carts to the Tuesday, Friday collection area. Again, that's close to 40,000 homes. And then the last week of February, the week of February 19th, it's the last full week of February, we'll deliver carts to people with Wednesday and Saturday collection area. So when you get your cart that very first week, you will not use that cart. You'll still put your trash out on, if you're Monday, Thursday, that Monday and Thursday, you'll put your trash out in bags just like you do today. But then the following week, you'll begin using your carts. And the same thing would be with the Tuesday, Friday area. And it'll be on your, let me back up. Your recycling day will be your day for all services. It will go from twice a week trash to once a week. So everything will be picked up in one day. You'll have 3 trucks that will come by your house. One will pick up the cart for trash, one will pick up the cart for recycle, and then a rear load truck, the kind that services your neighborhood now, will come through to collect any bulk items, brush, bags of leaves, all those things that won't go into the cart. Furniture, washer, dryer, appliances, those kind of things. So 3 different collections by 3 different crews, all on your current recycle day, once a week. And then when we deliver Tuesday, Friday, the week of the 12th, you will continue using your current service. The following week, you'll start using your cart. You go once a week on your recycle day. And the last section, Wednesday, Saturday, same thing. You'll use your cart that week that they deliver you will not use your cart that week that they deliver the carts. The following week, you will begin using your cart. Any questions on delivery schedule? So here's the collection zone. What you see in the map, that's your current recycle day map. That will be the new map for everybody. Nobody's had to change days. It all kind of balanced out, worked out to where everybody could keep their current recycle day for everything. So that's good news. Last time we did recycle carts, we had to move about 11,000 homes. That just added a lot more confusion and work to the rollout. But this time we don't have that issue. I can't read what that cart says.
and 65.
Oh, so 95 and 65. So everybody initially will get the larger cart. This is a 95-gallon cart. It's a bigger cart, everybody will deliver that. And the reason we're giving everybody that initially is for a couple reasons. One, we do not distribute the carts. We hire a company to distribute those for us. And just for efficiency and ease of delivery, everybody's gonna get the same size cart, except for handicapped people that have door side service. We got about 200 of those currently. They will get the smaller cart placed on their porch. They'll have a blue lid. That's what will identify them as a handicapped area. They won't have to push their trash cart out to the curb. We'll go up there, grab their cart, empty it, and take it back. At some point, and probably beginning in June, if you want to downsize to a smaller cart, you will be able to call us and get that done. The reason another reason we're giving the 95s out is a lot of people underestimate the volume they have. So if you tell me right now, take that, I don't need it, I want the smaller one. I deliver that to you, but think about this. At any time during the year, do you have a weekend get together at your house? A barbecue in the summertime, maybe somebody graduating high school or college, and you have a big party, a birthday party, an anniversary party, whatever the case may be. Think about it. You may need that extra capacity at some point during the year. You may not fill this big cart up every week. That's okay, just put it out there half full, because at some point you may need that extra room. So that's why we want people to wait a few months, get through spring and into early summer before you make a decision to get your smaller cart. Handicap, we talked about that. We've always had door side assistance, but what we found is when we give people carts, some people can carry a little small bag to the curb to put their trash out, but maybe they can't push a cart. So we're gonna see more door side services come on board, people coming on board with that program as we move forward. We already had the triple number of door side assistant stops than what we had before we started with the cart transition. Any questions on that? Yes?
Yes, when you say handicap and door side assistance, my mother is 86 years old, and any one of those carts would not work. So what's the solution for her?
And when you say one of those carts won't work for her, and what prevents her from using a cart?
95 gallon, you have a 65 gallon. Is there something smaller than that?
No, currently 65 is the smallest we're offering.
Okay, and then what do the handicap services use?
The smaller cart.
65 gallon?
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't be able to move it.
She doesn't have to. Just stand on her porch or in front of her garage door. We'll come up, empty it, move it, and bring it back.
Okay, from the porch.
Yes. Yes. Done.
What if you have an item that's lightweight, not strictly bulky, but it will fit in any of those, like a curtain, not real long, you just not something like that?
Well, that would go out to the curb as bulk waste. That would go out to the curb, and the bulk truck would collect that.
Even though it was lightweight and something that somebody could pick up and put in the back of the truck?
Yeah. If it's going back to the truck today and it won't fit in the cart, that's where you put it.
Okay.
And I should mention that after a holiday, so Thanksgiving and Christmas, everybody has excess trash, right? We won't be able to fit all of our trash in the cart. So those 2 weeks, the week after Thanksgiving and the week after Christmas, you can put excess waste in bags out beside your cart, and we will pick those up, and not just what's in the cart.
Right now, you have 3 folks on the truck.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear your question.
Right now, you have 3 people on the trash truck.
I'm sorry.
3 folks on the trash truck. They have 3, right now you're hearing 3 people.
Well, right now we have a driver and 2 helpers on the back of the truck. These, for the trash, it would just be 1 driver, no helper. On the bulk truck, it'll be 1 driver, 1 helper, but we're going to go from 26 routes needing 2 helpers to 13 routes needing 1 helper.
So from a human resource perspective, is that nutrition, or is it gonna be layouts and requirements?
No, only about 45 to 50% of the laborers that are working on the back of the truck are employees of the company.
Right.
They will not be leaving us. We will have a spot for them on the bulk truck. Some of them are relocating to another division. Some of them we're actually training to drive a truck to help them get their CDL. But any employee of the company will not be losing their job. Just the ones we get from the temp agencies. We will not be ordering from temp agencies. Yes.
So how about excess trash on holidays? How's that handled?
Well, people can get a second cart if they consistently have more trash than what will fit in that cart. So you can get a second cart, costs more money. We haven't really got into the dynamics with the city of if it's just one bag occasionally. I think internally, just to keep things clean on the curb, the bulk truck will probably take those. But at some point, if it's consistently set out, we're gonna let you know that you get another cart.
Your example shows trash in bags. They have to be in bags when you're good.
It's not required to put in bags. We encourage you and strongly recommend you do for a couple reasons. One, it'll help control the odor in your car. Secondly, when I dump it and it's a windy day, if it's in a bag, it won't blow because it gets dumped up on top. So that's the recommendation. We recommend you keep using your bags, put them in the car, but it's not required. There's no city ordinance requiring that.
How many people do you have processing applications for the handicapped and special services?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I have a bad hearing.
No, how many people do you have processing the applications for the special services and handicap? Because we haven't gotten a response probably in 6 weeks.
You probably, so you do that online. I don't know if you did it online or through the phone app, the Ask Arlington app. You did both. So that goes into a city system, and then they send that over to us. But when we get it, doesn't have any contact information on it. It just has the address. The city should be following up with you, and we had a discussion with them a couple days ago about this, that we're hearing from some people that have filled out the application, no one's called them. So you can call Republic Services, or afterwards, I will give you my card, you can call me, and we will come out, if we need to, we'll come out and show you where to put your card and where to store it. You bet.
Oh, I heard, I think it was in Fort Worth, that they would not pick it up if the lids were not closed on the recycling and the trash. Is that gonna be applicable here? They're not gonna pick them up if the lids don't close?
Well, the lid should be, you need to try to close the lid, because when it's open, if the lid's open and trash or recycle piled up, debris will come out of it when I try to dump it, because it dumps on top of the truck. So you.
But will they pick it up?
Well, yeah, we'll pick it up, unless it's completely open. I can't walk away. Unless it's completely open and bags are stacked up really high, we would probably tag it and ask you to remove the bags and we'd come back. Now, the city of Fort Worth is actually finding people for that. Arlington has no plans to do that. Charles.
Good to know.
Hey, Ben, are they still gonna do the big trash pickup on Thursdays? You know, like when you have big items?
That's the bulk collection, yes.
The bulk collection?
Yep. Is your recycling Thursday?
Yes, sir.
Yep, that's the day. Yep, you'll have 3 trucks: trash, recycle, brush, and bulk.
Okay.
What if you're on a Thursday pickup and that's Christmas? Are you gonna have to wait an entire whole week before they come and get our trash?
No, that's a great question. I'm glad you brought that up. So, on a holiday week, even if, no matter what day of the week the holiday's on, that day will ship to the next day. And then
Okay.
everybody behind them will ship to the next day, with Friday being made up on Saturday.
Cause y'all won't be doing pickups on Saturday except for makeups.
Except for makeups, holiday makeups, that's correct.
Currently, the recycle bins, the material goes in there are recycled, whereas my understanding, regular trash just goes to the landfill. Can you speak to the ecological impact of this plan? Thank you.
Well, everything that's in that bin gets to the recycling plant, and then there it gets sorted by material type and grade. If there's different grades of plastic, different grades of paper. So we sort all that out, we bale it, ship it. There's a lot of stuff in there that shouldn't be in there that does not get recycled because it's not a recyclable item. That material does get taken out and taken to the landfill.
Following up on the question about Fort Worth, they actually are going to fine people whose lids don't close. Is there any plan to do that in Arlington?
Absolutely not.
Excellent, thank you.
Yeah, I was curious, is all the waste still going up there to Mosier Valley off 157?
It
Is
is.
it going someplace else? Is it being incinerated at all? And if it's still going up to Mosier Valley, how many years are left in that space of depositing material?
That's a great question. It's gonna outlive all of us, most of us. We have about 50 years of life right now at that site. We do not have any incinerators in North Texas. I don't know about along the coast if there's incinerators, but Arlington Trash, that landfill is actually owned by the city of Arlington. We lease, they own the land, they own the permit, they own the buildings. We own the airspace, that's the commodity. And we operate the landfill. We're responsible for the cost of all operations at that landfill. We recently got an expansion out there, and that gives us between 45 and 50 years of life on that site at current capacity with growth factored into that.
What happens with the current bins? The bins we have now?
Those are your recycling carts. You keep those, you
Keep
keep
using them.
Okay, so no change there.
No change there.
What if we have a bin that, say, was purchased at Home Depot that's similarly equivalent, and we had overflow that week? Would there be any chance of that extra black bin being picked up, or does it have to be the Arlington bin?
No, we want to use our bins that we deliver to you because our trucks are spec'd to empty these carts. And if we break a wheel in your cart, we're not gonna be responsible for it. We maintain this cart, so if we break something, we replace it. So that's why we will not empty or serve as individually owned carts. Yes. Got Maggie over here.
Gary's getting his.
Question is also about commercial recycling. I don't know if this is true, but I think we may be the largest city in North Texas that doesn't provide any commercial recycling. I'm curious as to what Republic's position is on that and when and if we might start it. The volume of trash that's leaving my commercial businesses and offices downtown is filling dumpsters, and it's a real problem. Can you address that?
We do commercial recycling. It's available for an additional fee. Customers have to contact us. We go out and visit their site, determine what size dumpster they would need. It's actually more expensive to recycle than it is to take it to the landfill. Smaller businesses, there's a lot of them that have a recycle cart that we dump with the residential truck. So it just depends on the business. Multifamily is one of the areas that we had a real deficiency on. So a few years ago, council passed a new ordinance. So any new multifamily units that were built, they have to have dumpsters for recycling. Now, they had to grandfather in all the apartment complexes that were already there, but any new ones coming on board will have to have a recycling program.
Do commercial customers have an option to competitively procure that commercial recycling, or do we have to use Republic?
No. Commercial recycling is not part of our franchise in this city, and businesses can use other companies for that service.
Vince, what is the approximate height of the landfill out of Mosier Valley? Is there a limitation on height in the future, or what do you anticipate?
There is a cap, but I really don't know what that is. I don't really manage the contract on the landfill that we have with the city. I have knowledge of some of it, but that part of it I do not know. But I can get that answer.
Do you have a problem if I paint the numerical address of my home on the cart?
Your your house number?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a mark slot or a Sharpie. What I recommend is, and I've seen some people around town that have this, is the little numbers that you would stick on your mailbox that you can get at Ace Hardware or Home Depot. That would be, I think that would be much better, but you can certainly write on there with Sharpie if you want to.
Okay, because I plan on painting it in
Wow, this is the easy group here.
Do you have any more slides?
Huh?
Do you have any more slides to show that you want to talk about?
Maybe I should be addressing this to someone else, but I've been living in a home where the people across the street, who I've tried to speak to, but
they're very unfriendly. They put trash out any day of the week, any time of the day. It just piles up in front of their house.
It's code enforcement.
Okay, and so I don't talk to you about that?
Yes, you can actually go online, or if you have the Ask Arlington app on your phone, you can go in and file a complaint with the code enforcement department. So here's what the ordinance says.
Okay.
Here's what the ordinance actually says. So you can put your card out anytime after 7 p.m. the night before. However, code enforcement, they go home at 5. So if it's between 5 and 7, I wouldn't expect them to come visit you. And then, but definitely before 7 a.m. in the morning. The reason why 7 a.m., your times are going to change. We're rerouting every collection zone. So if you're used to 8 o'clock or 2 o'clock now, that's going to change. And guys are going to be massaging their routes, changing it as time goes on, as they learn their neighborhoods, try to get around, bus stops, school zones. So it's going to take about 5 or 6 months before they kind of settle in. Okay, here's how I'm going to pull my route every time I come by. So before 7, and then after it's empty, they ask that you bring it back up and put it out of the vision of the street by 7 p.m. on collection.
Okay.
Out of
Okay.
vision.
And I just wanted to say, these people, they always have tremendous amounts of trash. And it won't fit even in the 95-gallon, okay? So I guess they use that as an excuse to just leave it there all the time.
No, we would, what's gonna be required is if they have more trash than will fit in this cart, at some point they will be required to get an additional cart. And they can have up to 3 total carts at their house.
Okay. Okay, I'm glad I know that so I can
What's the
explain it to
cost?
them.
What's the cost of the carts? The additional carts?
Additional carts, I don't know the exact, it's an additional monthly rate. It's about $7 a month. I don't remember the exact number, but it's around $7 a month for each additional cart.
Vince, how do you report that anonymously? A lot of people are reluctant to turn their neighbors in. So can you report that anonymously?
Yes.
I
leaving trash out at all times?
Yes, you can report that anonymously so that your neighbor next door won't come hunting you down with his shotgun the day after garbage, yeah. So, any more questions?
Do you have any more slides to share?
I don't think so.
Is that
I
the
think we
last
talked about all of this here. Yard waste Yard waste doesn't refer to grass clippings. That's your leaves. If you have hedge clippings, you can bag those. You can put those outside of your cart. That's part of the brush and bulk pickup. So we'll pick up to 2 cubic yards of brush, 2 cubic yards of bulk. So brush or yard leaves, 2 yards is about 12 bags, 30-gallon bags. 2 cubic yards of bulk, that's your furniture, maybe some bundled up fence panels, you get 3 of those. But a washer and dryer is equivalent to about 2 yards, just to kind of give you a visual of what does 2 yards look like. And that would just be picked up along with your trash. Cart placement, we talked about that. They go out in front of your home, you put it in your yard, or you put it in the street, wheels against the curb, wheels towards the house, because when we empty it, that's the way it should be placed. Placement, you can see right here, you need 3 foot apart between each obstacle. So if you got a car or a mailbox, you want to get your carts about 3 foot apart, because the arm that comes out and grabs them needs that 3 foot of clearance. And bulk, same way, about 3 foot. When you store your cart, the city has passed an ordinance. They want you to make sure your cart is not visible from the street. There's parts of Arlington where that's going to be a challenge, and the city knows that. So there are some exceptions to that requirement, but the city's going to be doing several months of education in the neighborhoods if they get complaints. They're going to go out and meet with people. Here you can do this, you can do that. But at the end of the day, if there's just nowhere for them to put that cart, either in the back or on the side of the house out of sight, you can't get an exception for it to stay on the porch. That's going to be the exception, not the rule. I guess that's really all I have, unless anybody has more questions. I know we're running out of time here. So, my pleasure to come in here and talk trash.